Toontorial. Hello everybody and welcome to the very first episode of Toontorials. I'm Malik and today I'm going to show you how to draw Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot. So to get started with Jenny, the first thing you're going to have to do is draw a circle. So it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. You can just make it sketchy, or you can find something to trace with a circle. Then once you make that circle for her head, you're going to put down some guidelines for the face. You're going to put a line curving like this to indicate that she's looking up, and you're going to put a line just about like a little less than halfway down on the face for her eyes. Now you're going to put a rectangle for the neck, and you're going to make another line going up like this. And you're going to start, and now we're going to start to shape out her torso a little bit. And her torso is like this weird rectangle shape with this curve at the bottom like that. So you got that going on. Then the next thing you gotta do is make another sort of rectangle shape going down like that. And it kind of like comes out a little bit, and then you have another shape like this, only a bit in reverse. So they're kind of like forming in on each other, basically, and it's like basically that. So that's her main torso right here. Now we're going to work on the arms and legs. For her arms, they're basically just tubes. So what you're going to do is that make a shape quick shape like this, and you're going to put a nice little oval right here. Then you're going to do the same thing for the other arm. Bring it up like that, and make an oval that goes up like this. So that's her, basically the rough shape of her arm. Now we're going to work on her legs. And her legs kind of come out like that. Like that. Curve that line. Sort of like make a shape, like sort of like this curved-ish triangle, I guess. And you have another line coming out like that. And then you have the other leg that just pops out like this. And I'm being really rough and sketchy right here because we're not really working about the details at the second. We're just putting the general shapes down and gestures and everything. So now that we got all that down, time to actually add the details. So when you're working on the face, her eyes are basically just like these little rectangles. They like kind of slope like that, come down, and it kind of curves slightly. Not that much, but it's like a slight curve. Then you got the other eye that basically almost does the same thing. And since we're in something called a 3/4 view, this one will look shorter than this eye, when in all actuality they're quite the same. Then you're going to make a little oval for her eyes in here, and you're just going to put like 2 lines here in each eye. And you're just going to quickly darken that up, except that little bar we made to give it like the idea of like it's a shine or a highlight or something like that. Then we're going to work her face over a little bit. You're going to take that eye line, jut it out a little bit, and then it's going to curve like this to make Jenny's face. We kind of just work it like that. I'm going to erase a little bit here. Just like that. Alright, now we're going to work on, now we're just going to make a quick line for her mouth. And we're going to just do her hair, or her paint job is sort of meant to look like hair. So her hair kind of comes out like that. 1, 2, and it stops right there. Then we're going to add her little ponytails. It's just a circle right here and a circle right there. And there are two lines in each of them to indicate that they're like bolts on her head. And her ponytail are basically just triangles that just curve back. We have both of them curve back like this, and then they kind of like jut off at a point, sort of like kind of do this thing. Again, don't worry about much. We can always fix it up later. I need to fix that one a little bit. And right now, I'm just going to draw through this one little ponytail right here, because even though it's not going to be shown, perhaps, it's still important to draw so that way you know you're putting every line in the right place. And just going to like fix it up a little bit. Alright, so we got that. Now we're just going to start refining more of our shapes, like her neckline and her chest. And while we're doing it, you can notice that you may have made a mistake here or there, but that's okay. They were just guides. Now we're just picking lines that we like. So now I'm going to work on our arms and her hands, right? And her arm, just going to darken up a little bit. I'm still going to say that too, but her hand, when you put it on the fingers, if you make a line like this, right? And we're going to put a series of ovals. It's going to be 1, 2, and that's going to come out like that. 3. The last one's going to jut out even more. And 4th one is her thumb. And that's her fist. And we're just going to darken that line up. And she also has this little servo cord thing coming out for her arm. Now we're going to do the other one. Basically, line one up like that. She's naturally very flowy for a cartoon character, which is really good because it makes it even easier to animate, I guess. So now we're going to work on the other hand. Like I said, I'm going to put a line right here going like that. And we're going to do her fingers again. And her fingers are again oval. So that's oval like 1, 2, like that, 3, and the 4th one's going to kind of just cover those two up. And we're going to have the other shape come out like that. A line for her palm. That's her hand, and we're going to add the other servo as like this. So Jenny's are starting to come together. Now we're going to work further down on the torso. All you really got to do now is just like darken these parts up. I'm going to raise her up, everything up a little bit. Bring it up a little bit. Add another little circle right here for her belly button. Another line. And now we're going to finally work on her legs. Darken those up a little bit. Up a little bit. have that have a line like that, and her like kind of this shape. Just adding detail to it. More detail. Like that. And that's basically Jenny Wakeman in a nutshell. Now from here we can start to eliminate the guidelines and everything. We don't need this guy for a face anymore. We can eliminate some of the sketchy lines from it. Everything is just, we can get like general guidelines. Now from here you can do whatever you want with it, color it, paint it, whatever you want it to do. From here I'm going to just kick this video into time-lapse, and I'm going to ink and color my drawing, and I'll just get back to you. That's how you draw Jenny. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and until next time, I'll see you later.